Welcome to the PrinnyCast Roundtable for June 8, 2013. We're a casual weekly show where we talk about what we've been up to over the last week and various gaming-related stuff. We're your hosts for this week. I'm Chris. This is Mike.
Hello.
This is Grover.
Hello.
And once again, welcome to the show. So what have we been up to this crazy week? Thankfully, it's not as crazy as the last couple have been. Matter of fact, I was thinking that E3 started this week, but it's actually middle of next week. It's just the E3 pre-shows started this week. But we'll probably talk a little more about that in game news, because I have not caught any of the streams so far this week. So what have you been up to, Grover?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Torchlight 2. The game is just awesome. I'm kind of confused because the developers said that there's no in-game to it. Yet, when I beat it, there's a New Game Plus option, plus there's a infinite dungeon that you can go into that has no ending. So I'm just like, in-game material? I'm confused about what they mean by in-game, then to them it must be something glorious. I got Scrolls, the beta, the Mojang game, the new one, and that game needs more cards. It's a fun game, but there's just not enough cards right now. And I know it's beta, but I'm the only one that's bitching that there's not enough cards. Everybody else is just like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of other things wrong other than there's not enough cards. But,
there's some balance issues.
Yeah, the energy deck is completely ridiculous from what I've heard. And from using it, I can say, yeah, I can make a comeback no matter what if I know what I'm doing. Although some of the other decks can become scary, too, if you let them get to that point.
The idea is that the only reason it's powerful is because you have to sacrifice so much to build the energy to use the cards. But it's not that hard to do that.
Yeah, it only takes 4 turns and you start popping out monsters like crazy.
And while I don't own the game itself, I'm seeing it all over the place. There's all sorts of LPs on YouTube now. There's all sorts of streamers who's playing it. So I've seen quite a bit of the game.
From what I could tell, the computer is a cheating bastard. So, play with another player. Otherwise, the computer's going to really upset you with the shit it does. It just seems to pull cards out of its ass. I've seen it use the same card on me multiple times. It's just like, there's no way you had 4 of those cards in your hand all at once, because it just uses them all. So it's just like, whoa. And I'm still playing PlanetSide 2. I actually paid into it. I think I mentioned that last week. So I'll be continuing to play it. Not much going on there. I'm upgrading my tank skills. My medic is now a shotgun medic. So shotgun medic is very fun. You have your little healer, and somebody walks up to you, and they think, okay, he's gonna switch to his machine gun, and I'm gonna have time to kill him. Well, I switch. They're shooting me while I'm switching, and suddenly they get a face full of shotgun fed, and they just drop dead. So another problem on PlanetSide 2 is the server I'm on, I have 120p, so yeah, that's not so fun. And then I played some Angry Birds, but there's not much to say about that. It's just something I was doing when it's Angry Birds. I was sitting in a car and there's nothing else to do, so I played Angry Birds. And I also played Little Inferno, and I thought it was going to be a blast, but it's actually boring. I mean, I don't know. It's at first I was just like, oh yeah, burn! But then after that, it was just like, okay, this is boring, and I just quit playing it.
It's a very casual kind of puzzle game where you're mostly looking for what 2 things you can burn at the same time to open up the next slot.
I did like that. Almost everything in the game burns. They give you something and you just immediately burn it. You're just like, yep, burn. And that's it. I've been playing a couple of games, but a crap load of them.
Yeah, that's not too bad for 1 week. Oh, I hear Morse code.
Not bad. Oh, can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh. Whoops.
I'm actually almost going to start considering saying how many hours I played in a week on the cast.
Uh-oh.
That way.
People are going to find out how geeky you are.
Oh, yes. They're going to be like, wow, what the hell?
Because you have the ability to keep track of that because of Raptor.
Raptor in Steam.
Yep, Steam too. So how about you, Mike?
I've also played some Little Inferno. I bought the Humble Bundle that had it in there.
It's a good little Humble Bundle. There's a lot of games that are barely games, but that's okay.
Little Inferno was the only one I've given a shot to so far. I also played some Luigi's Mansion 2. Probably be playing that for the next few weeks until I get it completely finished, And in preparation for Magic 2014 Duels of the Planeswalkers to come out within this next month or so, I've been playing Magic 2013 Duels of the Planeswalkers. I already had quite a bit of time in that, but I'm putting even more on it now, so just trying to brush up since I haven't really played any Magic since Ravnica came out.
You've been pretty much on the Yu-Gi-Oh side of things for a while.
Yeah, and Yu-Gi-Oh's making me mad. So, Magic's just better anyway. I mean, not better, but it's like they don't make their rules indecipherable to the point where they have to have, rulings on the internet. So,
it's been so long since I played Magic.
It's pretty fun.
I quit playing when the Onslaught expansion came out.
Oh, that's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
Yeah. Well, I played back in high school in the 90s, and I quit after I graduated, and I didn't start up again until, I think, well, no, actually, Dark Ascent was out when I started, so a year and a half ago, I started playing Magic again. But it's pretty fun. I built a pretty mean blue one last night, just all blue, because I had all the old counterspell cards, so every time he tried to do something, I would counter it, and I was able to get my stuff out, but he had a bunch of field wipes, so. Anyways, I've been playing Magic 2013, mostly, is what I've been doing. I did play my Wii U, but I use it to watch Netflix, so I don't know if that counts.
That's what you did with it last week.
No, the big game that's actually taking up my attention is actually on Xbox Live Arcade, and it's called State of Decay. I wasn't able to get The Last of Us. It's already out, but I wasn't able to drop the $60 on that because I needed the extra for other stuff. So I went ahead and got State of Decay instead of that because number one, it looked pretty cool, and number two, my girlfriend was actually interested in playing a zombie game, so of course I'm going to get it for her.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, she played through the whole trial until it locked her out. The trial is a time limit thing, and she hasn't played it yet since I bought it because she's been reading the third book of Game of Thrones. Dun dun dun. But I'm the only one that's played it since it's actually been unlocked, and it's pretty fun. It's a pretty decent zombie game. It reminds me a lot of Grand Theft Auto if there were zombies.
Okay. So a little bit of Daisy, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto sort of thing?
Mm-hmm. My favorite part, zombie movie lovers have no doubt already seen Zombieland.
Yeah.
And everyone's favorite character, or at least mine, Tallahassee, there was a scene in the movie where he was driving by a zombie, and he opens his car door to smack it. And you could actually do that in State of Decay.
Oh, wow.
Right by a zombie, you can open your car door to smack it. So there's times where I'm just driving up the road doing that. It's just fun.
Finally found a sandbox game you can get behind.
Yeah, so that's fun. So I've been playing that, and I'll probably play it after we stop the podcast, actually. So what have you been playing?
Well, let me see. I played quite a bit of Awesonaut since I got it. I put quite a few hours into it, and I'm still enjoying it, but at the same time, I'm playing the same 4 bots over and over and over again. And once you've played them for a while, it's one of those type of things where you know the strategies, and when you start outsmarting the bots, it becomes, okay, I'm going to step up the difficulty level and see if I can fix that. But it's not the AI that steps up. It's their recharge times, it's their health. They don't even aim better. They just do more damage when they shoot you. I understand why they have problems with it. I mean, it is an indie developer. They didn't exactly mean for it to be an AI-driven game. That's why there's like 20 characters, I think, already. It's 16 at least. And only 4 of them are actually made into bots. And the original 6, 2 of them would be really hard to play as bots because they're so technical about it. Because one's a healer, and I can't remember what the other one is, but I could see the bots having a little bit of trouble using that. When your bullets don't actually hurt the enemy, they're just healing your allies. The AI would have to be specially programmed to use that character. So.
This was a game that was largely supposed to be multiplayer, wasn't it?
Oh yes, it's basically a side-scrolling MOBA, like League of Legends.
That's what I thought. You're just not able to play it on that because of your internet connection?
Pretty much. Because I would be lagging everybody else probably when I play, and having that already been through that with League of Legends, I don't like to be yelled at for something I can't change. So yeah. I tend to stay away from that kind of thing. That and the fact that you just cannot play very well when you're a second behind everybody else anyway. But yeah, there was those 4 new games that they added to the Humble Bundle that I got that from. So I played a little bit of Intrusion 2 from that, which it reminds me, once again, of a lot of stuff that you can find on Congregate, only this one's actually really well done. It's kind of glitchy, but it's enjoyable. Also played that English Country 2, because I thought it might be a rhythm game and it was something a little different, but no, it's a very old school puzzler type of game. I was kind of disappointed by that, but I haven't got to the other 2 yet. About the same time I noticed those 4 came out, I noticed the Humble Bundle for Telltale Games. I don't play a lot of adventure point-and-click type stuff. I think about the only one I actually own is Escape from Monkey Island, and I got it for PC for next to nothing back in the day when it first came on PS2, I think. I enjoyed it. I don't remember ever beating it. It seems like I got stuck somewhere, and I refuse to look online to get past it. I probably should change my mind on that, but I'm not sure it works on my computer anymore. It's one of those games that hasn't translated very well with, love that incompatibility stuff, which is why I still can't play Jade Empire for some weird reason. Despite the fact it's on Steam, you'd think they'd be up to date with everything. But yeah, I bought the Humble Bundle Telltale Games package, which is just this fantastic group of a lot of the bigger games that they've come up with the Sam and Max and even The Walking Dead. It's all of the episodes, so you're not just getting like samplers of everything. So that was a fantastic, probably one of the best Humble Bundles they've had yet, if you're into those kind of games. Because that was easily definitely. $60-$70 worth of games that I got for I think $6, and I paid like $1 over the average. So
that's what I usually do.
They usually even out somewhere around $6, but
I already have The Walking Dead, but I don't have the Back to the Future one.
But now they've changed it again. But now it's a Serious Sam, so you can get all of the Serious Sam games ever made. But I'm just not that big on the old school first-person shooters. I didn't care for them until they started getting more intellectual, like Half-Life.
Fort Bremen.
Then lots of
even Duke Nukem.
Nope. I mean, I rented it for the Super Nintendo. I had no way.
Doom was mine.
I guess I was Wolfenstein. What did I play?
Nintendo Duke 64. Nukem was on the 64.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Got on Congregate, was going through a lot of the older stuff. Apparently there's a lot of tower defense games that I'd missed. I don't know how, because I usually go back through like this every now and then to catch up with them, but there was quite a few of them I missed. Only a couple of them were really... I'm sorry, I missed this. Most of them were, I'm glad I missed it. But I had some friends on there on my other account, not my PrinnyCast account. I need to be playing that one more often. But they kept asking me to friend them on Yu-Gi-Oh! Bam! And I thought, okay, I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With Mike. Maybe I can figure out how this works. It's not quite the same Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like little minute short games, thus the Bam. They've changed the rules. The card decks play entirely different. It's kind of fascinating at the same time. It's really fast moving. You get 3 cards to play. It really screws you up because you only get 3 cards to play.
I think I've ever heard of it.
But it's not a great game by any means. It falls into the Facebook category where you have a certain amount of energy, so you can only play a certain amount of times a day and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of hurts it a lot. But it's been fun for those times when I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time and I have to keep waiting on something. So my energy refills every few minutes and I go and do another one, then come back, and yeah, it keeps me entertained in between there. And then Prinny Plays. I felt so good the week before last. Since most people won't be seeing this until next week, it's almost going to be 2.5 weeks. I was really super ahead with my recordings. And then the first week was just full of fail. This week was full of fail because first, I was having a really hard time being funny about any of it, which was obnoxious to me because I kept having these long periods of not saying anything at all because I could not think of anything intelligent, let alone humorous to say. Kept getting interruptions, all sorts of weird technical problems where software that's worked just fine before was screwing up again. And so I was on my 4th version of Final Fight, and it was finally being really successful. I was probably about 3/4 of the way through the video. There was actually some pretty hilarious stuff, and the video just started lagging like crazy out of nowhere, and there was no point in continuing it. I wish I hadn't deleted it out of my rage, because I could have reused the jokes. I know it's not quite as on the fly as I like to do it, but something's funny.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a mistake. And really, that's all I've been up to, besides
quite a bit, though.
Other things like work and...
Yeah, we've each actually done quite a bit this week.
Trying to reorganize the PrinnyCast YouTube page to use the new format, which I know a lot of people love it, but I personally hate it. It looks so bland, and the editing tools are not allowing me to put things where I tell them to. They'll just go right back where they were, so I don't know if it's a lag issue or what, but...
Yeah, I don't like it either. It drives me insane.
But on the plus side, Grover got us some footage of a lot of the stuff he's been playing this week, so you can actually be watching that.
You'll actually see me failing horribly at PlanetSide 2. I've never lost so many vehicles in such a short time in PlanetSide 2. I got in a tank, it got destroyed. I got in a Sunderer, which is a lighter type of tank, it got destroyed by another tank on my team. So I couldn't respond to the other one's yet, and got this little 4-wheeler, and it immediately flipped over and blew up. I was just like, are you serious?
That sounds like the perfect game for a roundtable. Mm-hmm. So people can go, what the heck's going on back there?
I should have just got a Galaxy and flew it around upside down.
Oh, and a little word from our friends over at NIS. Disgaea D2, A Brighter Darkness, is still kicking its way over to the States, and they've got a Name That Weapon Dude contest. It's basically, they're going to have this simple little contest where they take 6 weapons. You think of the best name for them, and the 6 winners will not only have the names that they created put in the game, they'll also receive a version of Disgaea D2 when it comes out, and a Roly Prinny plushie. So I guess that's our show for this week. Join us every Monday for the next PrinnyCast Roundtable. Thanks to longplays.org for some of our videos. Thanks to galaxypugs.com, home of the PrinnyCast forums, which is increasingly quiet. Follow Grover on Twitch TV /PrinnyCast_Grover, and Mike on Twitch TV Who's as neither one of them streamed this week, but you never know. So you never know.
No, I haven't been able to run stuff. I can only stream very well in windowed mode, and I haven't been able to do that with some of the stuff I've been playing. So
true. On YouTube, Grover's channel is PCGOTW, where he posts commentated gameplay. My channel is Maserati, where you see me post music, which is mostly video game remixes, but it's a little bit of everything now and then. You can find all of these links down there in the description. You can also follow us on Twitter at PrinnyCast, and you can contact us via email at PrinnyCast@gmail.com. And that's our show. We'll see you next week.
see you next week.
Goodbye. Oh.